What Danny Green do last night?
33 minutes, 2 for 7, 4 points, 0 for 4 from 3.
He had that one game where he hit like 6 threes and he was big dicking.
He's not, like, it's not worth it to have him for 1 game.
And he was 0 for 4 from 3.
That's what I'm saying, ass.
I've been really impressed with Ibaka this series. He's been dominating.
Because really, like, I'm sure they got out 3-pointed by Golden State. And if Danny Green hit some threes, they win.
Yeah.
Did you see Ibaka's reaction when Curry hit the 3?
Devastated.
Dude, he's just like to tie it. He's like, here he fucking go again, bro. This motherfucker again. He knew it as he's like shooting it. He's like, this guy, bro.
Siakam didn't really do shit last night.
Like, I actually felt that pain through Ibaka, like watching him watch that. Like, oh my god. Everybody was comparing that game last night to OKC Game 6, too. From 2016.
See, I really felt the dagger whenever Klay hit the 3, whenever he got the pass. So what happened was, Steph drove down the lane, he passed to the block to Iggy, who immediately kicked out to Draymond, who cross-courted over to Klay. Kawhi came out on him, pump fake, one dribble, bang. As Mike Breen would say, bang! Bang!
Yeah, when Leonard had the 10 in a row and hit the 3, he was all over the bang.
Oh yeah, you could feel the ejaculation.
Maybe I gave a triple bang.
Dude, he gets really into the bang. I feel like that's like his punchline.
That's his gimmick, bro. Mike Bang Breed.
Mike Bang and Brain. But yeah, Kyle Lowry, you know that Draymond got a piece of that, right?
But yeah, and then Klay hits even the more important shot. Like always.
Bro, there's some times where it's just like, who's really the most... out of the Splash Brothers, who's the most important one? And like, the team goes with Steph. The team goes with Steph, but dude, there's just some times where I feel like when Klay goes off, the Warriors are unbeatable. There's
many moments you can point to throughout like their run where if Klay didn't do something, they were completely fucked.
But I mean, it goes hand in hand with Steph too.
There's more memorable moments late in games where Klay bailed them out of shit situations.
Yes, and it's like the threes that he hits are so difficult. Not only because he's smothered, but he has to have such a quick release, and it's never just an easy shot.
He's just a unit and gets it off. He shoots it like 100 different. A high arcing jumper where he gets up a lot. He shoots a set shot. He shoots a million different variations of fadeaways. He's a legend. Yeah, I know my background noise. I'm moving, sorry.
His defense, he's not really one to drive to the hole, I feel like. It's just, he's a catch and shoot, and he's just a really good defender. That double
to the hole, though.
That double team by him and Draymond on Kawhi was elite defense.
You see Kawhi's response to the guy asked him about why he didn't shoot it.
Oh yeah, 2 guys came up on me. It wasn't gonna be a good shot.
I just can't imagine anybody thinking like, oh my god, why didn't Kawhi take that shot?
Well, that was the classic Skip Bayless tweet last night, was no killer instinct, he pulled a LeBron. And it's like, I think I said something like, imagine jacking up some junk shot over 2 guys just so some dumbass could say you had a killer instinct.
It's kind of because, like, where he started dribbling from, too, he should have, like, gotten closer before he like made his explosion and his move, because he took off from like half court. It gave them plenty of time to get somebody to him, whereas if he's exploding from like the 3-point line, he's already 15 feet in. He could go up or he could get rid of it and get a better shot. I felt like where he took off from to go for the play, like he just put his head down from the half court line and tried to blow by.
I felt like because the limited amount of time, he should have just acted like he was going to power to the lane and then did a step back, either 3 or long 2. He would have had a lot better chance one-on-one.
Just where he took off from the dribble, it didn't give him a lot of options.
Right. I don't even know that they went with a pick and roll. I think it was just a straight ISO.
It was just to him, and that's why it was easy to... if he could have got like a pick from the 3-point line, even if they trapped there, he's got option to shoot it.
because
get rid of it, try to blow by.
because you obviously pick and pop with Gasol, so because they're obviously going to double. So it's going to. I feel like the play would have been defensively is you double Kawhi, and then you have help defense on Gasol at the top, so that's going to leave someone cross court open, which isn't going to have enough time.
Just having Kawhi ISO from that far away made it so easy to double.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. We'll get him next time.
Right. Get him Thursday.
Probably not, though. Raps in 7, just like I said.
I said Warriors in 6, I think. So I don't think that's going to be a play.
Yeah, sounds like you got murked.
Yeah, I got wrecked, to be honest. So KD's injury, you saw the video where it looked like
yeah,
something
literally
just.
KD just being on the court, they win the finals game.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have to do anything other than stand at the 3-point line.
Sorry, you were big lagging for me.
Oh, I said he just didn't have to do anything other than stand at the 3-point line. KD's injury, yeah. So you saw the video where it looked like something just locked up on him, right?
Yeah, it looked like his calf rolled up his leg.
Yeah, it was really disgusting. So from one of the previous games I saw where he was icing, and dude, I swear, I know that he has long, freakish legs, but I swear that ice looked like it was around his Achilles the whole time.
Saying before last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they're saying now. He's done for a year. He missed next year because of coming in and doing that. Which sucks a lot.
All of next year.
That's what really sucks. It doesn't suck that he's missing the finals because that was accepted anyway. It just really sucks that he's out for next year probably.
It really destroyed the narrative of him just being a me guy.
Right, but at what cost? Was it worth it?
Well, I guess you could say at the same time that was a me thing. I understand you wanted to come in and help your team, but
well, that's what I argued earlier too. I feel like he wanted to seize the moment of GOAT status achieved.
Which you can't blame him for that. It's better that he was doing it in a competitive manner.
Dwayne Wade had a really good take on it. He said, even with all the things Kevin Durant's done, this is the most fanned out I've ever been. He knew he wasn't right, but he wanted to be out there for his guys.
Yeah, you can't knock someone for that. Yeah, he came back too early, but it's better than
talking about a chip.
Right. I don't want to say
you don't get that many chances to win chips.
Yeah, if he were to leave Golden State, who's to say that he'd ever get a chance at one again?
Exactly. I feel like risking it for the chip is worth it.
Yeah, it gains some respect in that manner.
Street cred.
Right.
But is it worth he's not going to get a play all next year?
That's just it. It's I understand what you're doing, but you did it to the cost of all of next year and possibly some money.
And then, it'd be weird for him to leave now because, a team's going to pick him up and just have him sit out all year off an Achilles and hope he comes back and he's still a monster.
Yeah, that one's
It's a really weird situation for him. He's about to be a free agent.
Imagine he's a free agent all of next year.
No one picks him up. He's about to be a free agent and he did that.
But at the same time, what's the point in picking someone up and paying someone 20 mil? Well, no, 30 mil a year for them to not even be able to play.
The Knicks would do something like that.
That is something the Knicks would do. The Warriors would, but they're not going to pay him 30-some mil.
The Knicks will do it. Sign the Knicks up.
The Thunder sign him.
The Knicks just want to be promised in 2 years, and they'll sign him. They'll pay him for 2 years if he doesn't play. The Thunder sign him. Shut up. Don't even talk like that.
What's their move going forward?
Move the franchise back to Seattle.
Is that going to make them win games?
No, but it'd be better for the league, right?
it'd be a more attractive destination than Oklahoma City.
Year.
So that way the players can while out on the Kona on the dispensaries.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was hard enough to get Melo, who's garbage, to come.
Right.
I don't know how Paul George got coerced into re-signing there.
Poor guy. Why would you not go to LA?
Or anywhere else. I don't know who finessed that.
But Boogie Cousins, I just, moving forward, I don't know who would want to take him.
Cheeks.
He is such an overrated player.
Cheeks.
Like, with the Kings, he was made out to be this great player.
And the way he plays doesn't work with Golden State either, bro. They don't have a guy eating the middle, bro. They're trying to run around in circles.
His defense is trash. I don't know. I'm not big on him. I get it. He doesn't really fit their style. But good God.
That's what I always thought. Just didn't think it would matter if they had, like, their whole team.
Yeah. But, yeah, KD, feel bad for him, like, as a competitor. Obviously, I want the series to be competitive. So, like, I'm not happy he got hurt. But I'm happy that the series is competitive now.
But, so you got Warriors in 7? Are you at least going to stick with the Warriors?
Oh, yeah, I'll stick with the Warriors on this.
Yeah, I'll say Raps in 7. I don't think there's a chance in hell they win to close it out at Golden State.
It's just the Warriors winning the way they did. Like, I don't know that anyone actually thought the Raptors were going to win that game. Like, even when Lowry's shot went up, I was just like, it would be really weird to see this shot go in.
This is the last game at Oracle ever. They're not losing it to finals clinched on. There's no way.
No, I would feel a lot better about the Raptors winning last night than I would tomorrow.
And that's where it got scary, because if they lose last night, if they lose Game 5, it's going to Game 7.
Yeah, it's almost guarantee it.
And if Curry shows up on any given night, bro, you just can't win that game sometimes.
No, and that's just it. Klay can go unconscious for a 5-minute stretch, and there's just not a damn thing you can do about it.
Would say a lot about the Raptors if they were somehow able to get it done at Golden State in Game 6. It would say a lot.
That would be big. That would be bigger than them winning last night.
That's what I'm saying. It would even send more of a statement, like, because Durant this, whatever, Durant this, Durant that, but, like, to go over there last game at Oracle Arena, that's the original, like, those core guys are the guys that, like, started that shit. If they could get it done at Oracle to close out the series, it would, I would say more than even beating them in 5.
God, how relevant has Andre Iguodala been?
He helped carry Kevin Durant back to the locker room, so cheers for that.
Yay. But, yeah, I'm sticking with the Warriors, so I'll go Warriors in 7, and you got Raps in 7?
In 7.
Alright. I think that's everything that we could have hit on that.
Go Raps.
Go Raps, yeah, I'm still on that, but gotta stay true to my pick. So, good UFC card happened this past weekend. Tony Ferguson picked up his 12th straight win against Cowboy. There was a big league controversy on the late hit after his eye was like swollen shut.
Yeah, it was after the second round ended.
And Tony basically beat his face in, and they called it because he went to go blow his nose, and what happened?
He blew the blood out of his nose, and it caused his eye to swell to, like, unrealistic proportions to where he couldn't open his eye, and it was just disgusting.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
So
apparently, it's known that if your like nose is bloody as fuck and your face is getting fucked up, that you can't blow your nose or your shit will just like your face will swell up.
So the first round, what was that looking like? Was it more of a Cowboy domination?
I thought Tony came out really well, but I'm pretty sure Cowboy took him down. I don't know if he took him down twice, but positive he took him down at least once. And I think Tony got out of it pretty quick, but Cowboy didn't let Tony dominate the pace like Tony just dominates the pace on some guys. And I think most people had the first round for Cowboy. And Tony came out and smoked him in the second round. Looked amazing. Looked like the best striker in the division. The best overall striker in the division. He just is nasty. He does such weird shit. He does bows that you've never seen. You've never seen John Jones even throw some of the bows that Tony throws.
Yeah, he's very unorthodox.
And then Cowboy's just sitting in the pocket like a monster, eating them, coming forward.
That's just the type of guy he is. He's not going to back down from some shit.
It was a really good fight, but Tony just fucked him up so bad in the second round that he couldn't go on anymore. And it was a good call on the stoppage or whatever. The replay showed that he hit him in the nose or the right eye, not the left eye. And the left eye is the one that, or he hit him in the right eye or the nose. The left eye is. I'm trying to think because it's reversed on camera. He hit Cowboy's left eye or the nose, and the right eye is the one that went to shit.
So it was made out over nothing.
Yeah, and the fans couldn't be told that at that point. They were pissed and they were booing. And Tony, usually doesn't deal well in those situations, and he hit the face turn and kind of brought the crowd back to him, which was impressive. I thought they were just going to keep booing.
I'm a big Tony fan.
Yeah, I am too. The way that fight ended doesn't do anything. The late hit was really, really late, but I think everybody knows that, yeah, that's ass and you shouldn't do that. But the ref's got to also be there to make sure that doesn't happen too.
True.
They remind you at 10 seconds, you need to be near them within that next 10 seconds to make sure that shit doesn't happen. If they were on the ground, you would be right next to them as the bell's going off to pull the other guy off of them if it's not over. So.
But in the heat of shit happens.
Yeah, it was just weird. It was just some weird Tony shit. But yeah, Tony better get a title shot. He better not be forced to fight anybody else in the division unless he really wants to fight Conor for whatever reason.
Yeah, I was going to say, it either has to be the winner of Poirier and Khabib, or it has to be McGregor, and that's simply out of money reasons.
And that's the only two fights he should take, because the whole thing is he'd probably to make more money fighting Conor than he would fight for the belt.
Yeah.
And he'd probably kick Conor's ass, to be honest. Easier fight than Khabib for him.
Yeah, much easier, because with Khabib, it's going to be like a grappling game.
The thing is, Tony does leave himself in some weird spots where he could get fucked up. Like, Cowboy's fucking him up a little bit. Tony's been dropped a lot.
But
he does win all the time, but
at the same time, to Tony's credit is, he is going to have better cardio than Khabib.
Oh, no, 100%. And if it goes the distance, he's not losing. But I'm just saying, in a fight with Conor, he's known to get dropped. He likes to stand and put himself in weird spots. You better just be careful that he doesn't get slept and lose his win streak without his title shot so the UFC can bury him again. I wouldn't even take that fight with Conor just for that risk. I would wait for the title shot.
I would too, but I just don't see Conor fighting again, dude. I don't know. It's weird.
But that's fine, but that's not even what we're arguing. We're saying, what fight Tony would take, and I think he should wait for the title shot as opposed to risking it against a guy who can KO him. If he fights any other kind of fighter who's a grappler or whatever, Tony can just impose his will. But the weird spots Tony gets himself in because of his movement, if he gets fucked up by him, he could get knocked out, and there's no reason to put his 12-fight win streak on the line against a guy who's not been fight. Like, Conor doesn't deserve to fight Tony.
No, he doesn't. But the reason I said that is that's the only two fights that make sense, but at the same time, I just don't see that fight even being more than just discussed. I don't think it's going to be serious.
I don't think Conor wants that fight either. I think Conor just assumed Tony go up, get beat by Khabib. Conor beat Justin Gaethje or some other guy in 155, and then try to fight Khabib again and just leapfrog Tony and never touch Tony.
Yeah, because if you're gonna come back in after however long, you got to be in a must-win, meaning an easy fight, if you will.
And that's the whole thing. He thinks he can take time off and come fight these guys. You don't want to fight Tony if you haven't fought since a year. You don't want to fight Tony right now.
No, I don't know too many people that would.
Maybe if Conor's off back-to-back KOs recently, he would want to fight Tony, but you don't want to fight Tony. You haven't fought since last year.
So Valentina, that fucking head kick was godly. Jesus. What was that shit?
like nothing I've ever seen before. It might be the most brutal KO I've ever seen in the UFC.
I still stand behind the Gabriel Gonzaga one, just for the simple reason that the way Crow Cop fell was just absurd.
It was kind of the same. Valentina's was even cleaner though. It was from further away.
Hers was cleaner, and Evil Eyes, she just like fell straight back. No buckle or anything, just fell straight back.
Like, wasn't Gabriel Gonzaga's on Crow Cop? Weren't they like breaking and pushing away, and then Gonzaga just kicked him in the head?
They were closing the distance.
Yeah, this was just an entry into the pocket from Curry range that she nuked her with.
Because wasn't she doing some body or leg hits, so she was checking that, and then just boom to the face?
She body kicked her into a different dimension in the first round. And she had been covering her head the whole first round and just eating the body kicks.
Mm-hmm.
And then DC was like breaking it down after the fight. They show like on the head kick that KO'd her, she was going to block the body. Valentina hadn't thrown like maybe one head kick the whole first round and like 15 body kicks, hard body kicks.
Imagine going to block low and just getting kicked right in the face. How bad that would suck.
And just Valentina just did what she wanted first round. She was outstriking her. She took her down twice, like hard, slammed her twice, beat her up, imposed her will, and in 10 seconds, I swear, I think it was like 10, 15 seconds within the second round, just nuked her.
I'm not too familiar with the women's division. Is this the same weight as Rose?
No, Rose is a strawweight 115. This is 125.
Okay.
But no, like, and then the Valentina Nunes discussion, I've just seen them, like, Valentina doesn't even want to go up and do that because she's finally got, like, a comfortable weight class.
Yeah.
When you look at those two bitches next to each other, Nunes is so much thicker, it's unreal.
Yeah, she is. Dude. She
Valentina doesn't feel like it's a fair fight. Yeah, she's like, this is not a fair fight. Like, that's the thing. If they fought at 135, Nunes would come in at 150, and Shevchenko would be like 135.
And just look like she's getting mauled.
And the thing is, the last time she fought Nunes, split decision for Nunes. Like, she gave it what she had. I just don't think, I don't know. Nunes is a freak. I don't think anybody that's naturally like 10 pounds less than her wants anything to do with her. I don't think people that are 10 pounds heavier than her want anything to do with her.
Dude, she's a bad bitch.
It just sucks because that's like the normal thing. Like, best two in the world, similar, like decently close in weight. Like, Nunes is still the 35-pound champ.
Mm-hmm.
Would like to see it, but honestly, I'd rather just see Valentina destroy everybody too. That's cool with me as well.
Yeah, there's certain domination in sports that you like to see.
And in 135, those bitches are probably scared of Nunes. They'll go and run to the 125-pound division. And it's like it's Valentina at the end. Like, the final bosses in the women's division right now are just nasty. Jessica Andrade in the 115 class, who knocked out Rose on a slam. It'd be better if it was Rose, Valentina, and then Nunes the double champ. It's going to be hard to get a belt if you're a woman.
It's really weird to think about, like, let's say, like, 7 to 10 years ago, like, women in UFC, like, that was just never thought about, and, like, how entertaining it is now.
Oh, and Dana flat out said, like, it'll never happen. Said women will never fight in UFC. He's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about, that carnage.
And here we are, and it's just like the women's division is, I mean, just as entertaining as any men's division.
Well, right, Rousey was one of the biggest stars in the sport ever.
Just because she was the first woman to come up that was really good.
Joanna was getting lots of clout before Rose murked her.
Holly Holm, just because she ended Ronda.
Right, and then Nunes for ending Ronda when she came back, and Nunes has kept it. Like, yeah, the women's division's in a really good spot right now. Probably as good as it's ever been. It's as deep as it's ever been. Most weight classes. I don't think 145 is particularly deep, especially if Cyborg leaves.
So Cyborg has the one fight left on her contract. She said that she was going to explore her options after this just because she wants to get paid.
And she knows Dana hates her, and she hates Dana.
So it sounds like everyone's going to be happy deal.
You realize Dana hates Ben Askren, too? That's like a big thing. He's like the new Tito Ortiz. Yeah, they hate each other for whatever reason.
Probably because Askren's just out there and he tells it like it is.
Yes, that's exactly what Ben says. He's like, Dana's just not used to guys that say that shit to him. He was just like, the whole thing is, he's like, he even said at the press conference, it was funny as fuck. Before he fought Robbie Lawler, he's like, hey, Dana's going to be up there with this cigar and his whiskey, and he's 85, and he's going to be like, I fucking told him Askren could come over here and do shit. And then Dana was like, no. And Askren's like, no, it's just a funny image, bro. It's funny.
Yeah, Dana's
And that's
too
the thing.
serious.
Ben always said in Bellator that they would try to feed him to like all their knockout artists at the top of the division to try to just get him beat and get him the fuck out. And
First
he never said this, but that's what I'm saying. He never said this, but like that's exactly what the UFC is trying to do. Robbie Lawler and Jorge Masvidal, the guy who just knocked out Darren Till. Like they're trying to get rid of him. They're trying really bad
because
to get
a lot
rid
of
him.
people like him.
And then it gets weird because Woodley fights soon. I can't remember who Woodley fights, but if Woodley fights, obviously he's going to be right back in the title contention picture. I think what he said is if Tyron wins, Ben says it depends on who wins between Colby and Kamaru Usman. He said if Kamaru Usman wins, then Ben should fight him. Tyron already fought him. But if Colby wins, then Tyron can fight Colby for the belt, which is really weird. Can't believe he's even speaking about it like that, bro. Just go for the belt.
So, he fought. What's the guy's first name? I know his last name's Morales.
Marlon Moraes.
Oh, it's not Morales?
It's Moraes.
Okay.
And
Wouldn't have guessed that one.
He looked like prime Jose Aldo in the first round.
Bro, he looked like a fucking tank.
He looked unfuckwithable in the first round. I was texting you mid-round, bro. I was like, bro, Henry is in trouble. I was like, bro, Henry is in big, big trouble. Live texting you like the first round because I'm looking at like nothing Henry's throwing on this guy is doing shit. He's walking him down, hurting Henry. He's much bigger. You can just tell how much bigger he is.
How is Cejudo reacting to it?
Taking it like a champ, and just the whole thing is like he had the ankle injury too, so he can't really move very well.
And that's crazy coming from an Olympic gold wrestler.
Yeah, it got really scary in the first round. Like, not where he almost got finished or anything, but it looked like any given exchange could have like gone to that point of Henry getting finished. Gets to the fucking end of the round, comes back second round, a completely different human being.
I think what's just as impressive is the knees that Cejudo is landing and how, what's his name, Moraes?
Had no idea how to defend it.
Well, not just that, but how he just kept, like, walking forward, acting like it didn't faze him at all.
Oh, yeah, no, dude. He Nate Diaz, the majority of Cejudo's shots. Maybe blame that on weight because, he is a little smaller guy, but Henry hits very hard, I feel like.
He's precise.
But like, he finally just got into, like, the strike. Like, the whole thing is Marlon kept him at range the first round, too. Henry couldn't get close because he's so damn small. And then the second round, he just basically blitzed him, right? Just got into the pocket, threw heavy shots, landed. Marlon got tired and a little hurt, grabs the plum. Rich Franklin, Anderson Silva, he's lost.
Oh, he's lost
getting but he's still walking forward. He's still walking forward, bro. He took like 5 uncontested knees to the dome, dude, walking forward.
And those knees were godly.
And then he gets to the end of the round, survives the second. I don't know how long it was into the third. I think it was pretty late. I think it was almost end of the third. And Henry, I can't even remember the final exchange. It was like set up by knees again, same shit. Blitzed into the pocket, started fucking him up, started kneeing him. It was a TKO.
He was on top of him, right?
Yeah. I think he had been on top of him at the beginning of at another portion of the round too, and had just absolutely obliterated him. So yeah, I think it was TKO punches from like top after maybe dropping him with the knee.
Was it full mount or just guard?
I think I think he was so fucked up it wasn't even like a position. It was just standing ground and pound almost.
I see.
I can't even remember because I was so mind blown that he had turned the fight around and ended up winning it. I can't even remember the final exchange.
So he's talking about moving up to 155?
45.
Okay. So
which is ridiculous unless... Yeah, that's the thing. It's ridiculous that he's saying that unless Frankie wins the belt. Because Frankie's not that big.
Yeah, he's the smallest one at that division.
One of the smaller ones. So, like, people still be surprised how much Frankie Edgar would dwarf Henry Cejudo, though. Like, he'd make him look much. Like, he would make him look smaller than Marlon Moraes made him look, I'm pretty sure.
Which is weird.
And Frankie's grappling is amazing, too, with that weight advantage that you're giving up.
Yeah. Even
frankly,
being the
hits really
Olympic
hard.
gold wrestler that Cejudo is.
But then if you're Frankie, why wouldn't you take that fight, right? Like, you're defending your belt. And this is a big money fight because he's going for the 3 belts. And it's like, you should beat this guy. If you're Frankie Edgar in your head, you should fucking beat this guy.
You would think.
So, we got to get past that, though. I don't think Frankie's beating Max. And if Max wins, call the dogs off. Because Henry Cejudo and Max Holloway is something nobody wants to see. That would be a car crash.
Ruin Cejudo's legacy in a sense.
He would just get hurt, too. Like, I don't know. The too big of a size difference. You're talking about a guy who's a natural, maybe 145, 150 weigher versus a guy that's like 175, 180.
Can't be having that.
That's why there's weight classes. Like, I don't even know what to compare. Because we're talking a guy who's the 125-pound champ moving up 20 pounds. I guess it's like 155 to 170, but imagine if it was 5 more pounds. How ridiculous it would be. And Henry's not a big flyweight as it is. Henry is 5'4".
What do you think about Cejudo as far as being like one of the best fighters in MMA right now?
Has to be. Just beat an absolute killer, top of the division in bantamweight. Beat the bantamweight champion who came down to face him for his belt, who had just beaten everybody ever over the course of his last run.
Before.
And then beat Demetrius Johnson the one before. So, I don't know. You really can't say shit about him.
Can't say anything less than he's great.
And the whole thing is, you would think, how does it get better after you beat DJ and TJ? This guy looked like a killer. Like, this guy looked like an absolute killer. Like, I don't know if TJ is fucking with that guy.
Yeah, he looked like the assassin that was put out to kill David Ortiz.
I remember thinking while I was watching that fight that, like, I don't think TJ'd fuck with this guy. At least when I was watching the first round, I was like, this guy's a beast. So, yeah, you can't say shit about Cejudo. Be interesting to see who he fights next. If those 135-pound guys that he named get some fucking wins, those fights might be interesting, but those guys haven't won shit in a while.
Until then, it's just like
Dominic Cruz, Cody Garbrandt, Uriah Faber. When's the last time one of those motherfuckers won anything?
True. So, UFC, there was one other thing that I wanted to touch on. What was it? Can't remember it.
Unfortunate scene.
Tough scene.
Tough scene.
But yeah, like I said, David Ortiz got shot. That was really sad to see, especially when there was a video of it. Like, it was reported as a robbery, and I think anyone with 2 eyes could tell that was just a simple hit put on him.
Right.
Like, the dude literally just walked up behind him in a crowd of people, shot, and then walked away. Like, where did they get a robbery from?
That sounds like a robbery.
It sounds like I went up and killed you.
But no, I think Barry's tweet summarizes it as much as anybody could. Whoever that guy is that shot David Ortiz is a fucking jerk.
He's not wrong.
The guy's a fucking jerk.
But, yeah, I guess he was accused. I don't know if he was, but David Ortiz was accused of sleeping with the drug lord's wife. Just can't be having that if that's true.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's just 2019, man.
Yeah, but the black market game is the black market game.
I know. You'd think he would know better than that, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows what the actual situation is? Just thank God we got him out of that fucking. I don't want to call it what I was going to call it. Thank God we got him out of that country and got him back into this country so that he's not dead right now.
Yeah. I'm just.
If he was still there, he'd be dead.
He would be lucky to be alive, that is for sure. Yeah, how does that guy, like, not do a kill shot? Like, he shot him in, like, the side. Like, he
That's
was...
the guy who was sent to kill 50 Cent at.
Right.
He shot him in his mouth, bro. Like, what do you want? Sometimes this motherfucker just won't die. They refuse to die.
Damn, I really can't think of the UFC thing I wanted to chat about. Huh, must not be that important.
Upcoming shit. I can't remember the next coming card. I can't remember.
Isn't it Diaz?
It's DC. Is it DC Stipe and Diaz is on the under of that? I believe.
Junior
maybe.
Dos Santos fights next. Him and Nagano.
Yeah, fuck that fight.
Right, but I'm just thinking in order.
The next that's like a fight night almost. I think maybe
Yeah.
it's pay-per-view. The next big event is fucking DC Stipe. I think with Nate on the undercard with Pettis.
Facts only.
Nate thought he should have main evented over Stipe DC. He's like, no disrespect to the heavyweights, but I should be main eventing this shit.
But moving on from UFC, just because, I mean, we pretty much have talked about the upcoming stuff before.
Yes, we have.
NFL.
Did you take Cowboy in the fight, or did you take Tony when we did our predictions?
I took Tony.
I took Tony too. I'm sure you took Valentina, as the entire world did. She was a negative 1,300 favorite.
And I probably took Cejudo.
Yeah, because we didn't know. I didn't follow Bantamweight, bro. I didn't know who this monster was. This guy's an absolute unit.
Yeah, if I would have seen this guy beforehand, I probably would have thought differently, like thought about it a little bit more.
Oh yeah. If I watched him fight once, I'd have known Cejudo was in Foxville, like, amount of trouble. I had no idea. The size difference, bro, was unreal. I've not seen a size difference like that. And he fucked him up.
You saw where Hard Knocks was going to Oakland?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like the perfect time. John Gruden, Vontaze Burfict, Richie Incognito, Antonio Brown.
He got all the characters, bro. They have a sitcom.
That's going to be good TV, though.
The Oakland Traders.
The Oakland Rail Raiders. That place is going to be off the tracks fast.
Or they'll go 16-0 and win the AFC West.
Over under 5 wins.
Over. Come on.
You're taking the over on that? I'm hitting even.
You're saying 5? I'm giving them 7.
Bless up. You got to remember they're in the Chargers. They're in the Chargers and the Chiefs division.
And I've said that more than anybody alive. That's why they will not do shit. But they're still going to win 7 games. They don't suck. Did you see that guy picking our games?
No.
There was like a graphic on NFL Live, bro. The guy kept overruling him because he was trying to pick some wild shit. So we ended up being 10-6. But the way that one guy wanted to pick us was like 7-9. I'm like, bro, this guy watched football.
Yikes.
He had us losing to the Browns twice.
Oh, come on, dude.
Maybe the Ravens twice.
Yikes.
San Francisco 49. Like, I don't know what he was. He was on some good shit.
He was on crack.
And he was on crack. His first action as the executive vice president of the Lakers was to sign Lamar Odom.
Who is on crack? Yeah, that's good shit.
That's fucking hilarious.
And then Max Kellerman's face after that.
Fuck Max Kellerman and his face.
God, he is such a pussy.
I hate how he articulates everything he's ever said in his life.
He's just a fucking moron. He doesn't deserve to be on
Remember
national
when he
television.
was just a fuck on Sports Nation that Marcellus Wiley picked on? How the fuck did he get here?
Because he's a white privileged male, I don't know.
Exactly, like Michelle Beadle and Marcellus Wiley used to talk down to Max. And now Max is running this shit.
Yeah, poor guy. I don't know.
Max makes more than Michelle and Marcellus times 4 combined. I guarantee it. And they used to act like he was. And I agreed. I was like, he sucks. Keep shitting on him.
Oh, yeah, I was big on shitting on Max because he's a fucking idiot. But he always tried to use factual evidence to support his dumbass theories.
Just his voice. There's just something about Max that's. Fuck Max. And that's why, like, as much as people hate Stephen A., like, he's with Max, though, dude.
Max said that Giannis is better than KD.
Yeah, imagine believing that. Imagine, like, there's idiots that are like, is Golden State better without Kevin Durant?
I was big on that until, I was prisoner of the moment. They were playing Blazers.
You were one of those guys. Jesus, bro.
Prisoner of the moment.
Are the Warriors better with Kevin Durant because they're beating Portland, who couldn't beat anybody in the East?
And they were losing to the Clippers with him. And then after he got hurt, they started running shit against the Rockets. I mean, it wasn't asinine to think about, but they weren't playing
Portland
great teams.
Trailblazers, who wouldn't be a team in the East. The Blazers suck.
Went to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, they did because they hit some bullshit against us. And
then won a 4 overtime game against Denver.
And Denver was clearly the better team all series. Portland sucks. And they're not beating any good team in the East. So Golden State winning that series without Durant supposedly being impressive is a joke.
But what is it we were just talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about Hard Knocks, Oakland.
John Gruden.
John Gruden. I tell you, man.
Banana.
I like this offense, man.
I tell you what, I like this kid because he plays really hard. And most of these young kids with their iPhones, they don't play hard anymore.
I love Frank Caliendo impersonating John Gruden.
Yeah, because he just says man about 8 million times. Tell you what, man.
And he makes
man, I gotta tell you something, man.
That, like, serious
face. Yeah. He's just grinding every facial muscle he has. It's like, oh, yeah.
I'm gonna watch that whenever we get off.
It's Spider Y2 Banana, that's what it's called.
Whew, that's good shit. Frank Calienden's a legend.
The savior of the Raiders, bro.
That's one way to put it. 10-year, $10 million.
Yeah, bro, I mean, he's the GOAT, so put him in.
Do you really want to go deep into the top 5 shit that we were discussing?
Takes 2 seconds.
Alright, well, 2 seconds is up. You want to go quarterback or skill player?
Defense will sound like idiots, but fuck it. Quarterbacks.
That's my quarterback. My teammate. Alright, I'll go first. Fudge it. So, we're going in certain order, right? We're not just throwing 5 out there?
Yeah, 1 through 5 quarterbacks, honey.
Alright, bud. So, number 1, Now, let me ask you, are we going off of last year's performance?
See, this is the whole thing. Let me go first, and then, because you're just going to keep doing this thing, let me go first, and then you'll have a baseline.
I had one question that I had to ask, sweetheart.
You'll have a baseline on what to go off of, because you don't know how this works.
Right, I've never done this before, so show me the way.
Okay, I got you, bro.
Thanks, bud.
Number 1, Tom Brady. Number 2, Patrick Mahomes. Number 3, Aaron Rodgers. Number 4, Drew Brees. Number 5, Ben Roethlisberger.
Who was on crack? Alright. So, number 1, I'm going to go Aaron Rodgers.
The bad man.
Number 2, I'm going to go Thomas Brady. Number 3, I'm finna go Patty Mahomes. Number 4, I'm going to go Russell Wilson.
Ew.
And number 5, I'm going to go Drew Brees. Russell Wilson just never had a really good team offensively, as far as weapons to throw to. I mean, he had Baldwin, yay. But, like, outside of that, he's made a great career at the quarterback position with hardly any weapons.
All right, top 5 skill position players.
All right, I'll go ahead and guide you through
go
this.
ahead and go. Yeah, you can get this one, honey.
All right, so
if you can do it.
all right, I may need you to walk me through it and hold my hand. So, number 1, I'm gonna go Julio Jones. Number 2, I'm gonna go Saquon Barkley. Number 3, I'm gonna go AB. I'm trying to think of the running backs. For whatever reason, I can't think of, like, all the great ones right now. Okay, number 4, I'll go Todd Gurley. And 5, I'll go OBJ.
Word.
You just want to copy and paste?
Nah, I'm going to go number 1, Gurley. Number 2, AB. Number 3, DeAndre Hopkins. Number 4, Julio. And number 5, Le'Veon Bell.
No OBJ, no Saquon Barkley, no Julio.
Said Julio 4.
Gotcha. I'm with it. So
if we want to do the Bell hasn't played, then Barkley 5.
Yeah, I want to do the Bell hasn't played.
Barkley.
Okay. Do you want to do defenses?
Fuck Beckham. Yes.
Okay.
Let's try.
Alright, well, you're on the clock.
Oh my god. We'll go with the Rams.
Okay.
Okay.
You got the Steelers up there?
No. Not them. Maybe. Not at this point. That's for fuck's sure. We got the Rams. That's for sure. I'll go Rams, Carolina, Baltimore. Philadelphia.
Yep. And like the 07 Giants.
And Kansas City. That's my 5 defenses.
You're going to go KC?
Yeah, I'm going to go KC. They're a good fantasy defense, at least. I know that.
Because they get takeaways.
Exactly. Great D.
Alright.
No, they actually got scored on hella last year. That's why Mahomes had as good of a year. If I had to take out Chiefs, I'll go... Oh, it's easy. Houston.
Okay.
Yeah. Why am I not mentioning Houston? Houston be even higher, to be honest. Houston's higher than... I don't know if they're higher than Baltimore. Probably higher than Baltimore and Philly. So just reshuffle that a little bit. We'll go Rams, Carolina, Houston, Baltimore, Philly.
Okay.
So hold that.
Hold that L. So I'm going to go... number 1, I'm going to go... I'm going to go Chicago, number 1.
I thought about saying Chicago.
Number 2, I'm going to go Rams. Number 3, I'm going to go Baltimore. Number 4, I'm going to go Chargers.
Go.
Chargers. And number 5, I'm going to take... That one's kind of tough. I will say the Colts had a really good year defensively last year.
Which is a very Colt-like.
No, I'll take, Give me 1 second. I'm trying to think.
All right.
I'll
That
take
has been 1
Houston.
second.
I'll take Houston.
There we go. Yeah, I left Chicago out on some hoe shit.
Yeah, I hear you on the Kansas City though.
I took Kansas City out.
I know, but initially
I got Rams 1, Carolina 2,
the Dylan Weaver Rams.
Houston 3, Baltimore 4, Philadelphia 5. Fuck the Bears.
The Bears.
Like literally with Khalil Mack, that puts them a top 5, dude. Come on.
It does.
What crazy. Raiders trade him.
Yeah, I mean, I would have traded him.
Soiled it.
So yeah, anything else that you want to hit on? All right, boys.
I don't think so.
The good old 51 minutes, in and out. Get in, get big, get out.
Get in, get big, get out, dab.
All right,
Let's
we
go
can
big
kick out,
and dab.
boys.